Welcome back, everybody. Matt with Eddie's Guitars coming to you, as always, from St. Louis, Missouri, and I have a great flat-picking guitar for you folks to check out today. This actually happens to be part of a limited edition set from Dana Bourgeois, and this is his Large Soundhole age-toned vintage dread Mahogany. A very loud and powerful guitar. It's got a great character to it. You can see the large sound hole here very much so has that kind of Tony Rice vibe to it. We'll start with the top here. It's of course Dana's famous age-tone Adirondack, and this is a great looking set of Adirondack. It's got that great torrefied golden glow to it that Dana does so darn well. You can see the very traditional herringbone purfling the top of the guitar there. Of course, the body, the neck, and the headstock are all bound in the traditional grained ivoroid, which is typical for his vintage dreads. Really looks great. And a nice vintage tortoise pickguard here as well. Looks fabulous. Back and sides of this guitar are wonderfully straight grain, just absolutely perfect looking Honduran mahogany. Just a wonderful looking set of wood here as well. They did not skimp on this. This is just a great looking, very clear set of mahogany, and of course the zipper back strip going right down the center of the back. Also very traditional there. Nut width on this guitar is going to be 1 3/4 inches. We insisted that they did 1 3/4 inch nut on this guitar, and we of course have the 2 5/16 spacing down here on the ebony belly bridge. You'll notice that there are absolutely no inlays on the fingerboard of this guitar at all. Very, very clean. And we've got a great looking Madagascar head cap veneer up here on the headstock and nickel Waverly tuning machines. And one of the really unique things about this model, and kind of makes it part of that limited edition set, is the age-tone Adirondack braces underneath the age-tone Adirondack top. So the top, as well as all the braces inside, have been torrefied. And the bracing pattern on this guitar is actually the exact same bracing pattern that Dana uses on his Banjo Killer model. Another very powerful guitar. It's a slope shoulder guitar, but very powerful. In this square shoulder configuration, that Banjo Killer bracing, which is double scalloped, very traditional, is awfully powerful and really is very reminiscent of 1930s and 1940s mahogany dreadnoughts from Martin. He does just a wonderful job of really kind of mimicking that interpretation just really, really well. Of course, with the age-tone package, that implies it's a hide glue constructed instrument as well, which is just a great option to have. Over time, you'll really hear a difference in a hide glue guitar versus a more modern glued guitar. They really tend to get an awful lot better over time. It's you can appreciate it a bit now, but in 4 or 5 years, you will really, really hear it start to liven up. It sounds incredible now. Like I said, it's only going to get better. Let's go take a listen to this one. A very loud mouth out of the Bourgeois Large Soundhole Vintage Age Tone Dread. Just a huge voice and that rockin' percussive bottom end out of it that is just so satisfying. Would sit just awesome in a ensemble type of scenario. If volume is your key, this is probably the guitar for you. Also, if a pre-war Martin Dreadnought is not in your price range, this is certainly a guitar to look at. This is about as good as it gets in terms of a brand spanking new guitar. This thing just sounds old and mature, broken in, really has just a lot to offer tonally. Very sweet guitar to play as well. I mean, Dana's setups and his neck work and everything is just awesome. Just really playable. Certainly a lot more playable and a lot more intonated than most vintage guitars out there. So it's really got a lot of great things going for it for sure. The dryness out of that mahogany is so great. Just really has that great punch to it and the great mid-range that really barks really well. Has that growl to it for sure. So if you have any opportunity to check this guitar out in our store, I believe you would be very impressed with it. It really fills up this room a lot very quickly. So check it out in person if you can. If you can't, certainly check it out on our website, eddiesguitars.com. And as always, do subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and we will see you guys next time.